So today we're going to answer the question, should you drink water before going to bed? And the answer is no, you shouldn't. Okay. Why? There's actually two reasons. Number one, drinking more water is going to make you get up through the night, and that's going to interfere with your sleep. Okay, so we don't want to do that. So an average bladder can hold a little more than 1.5 cups of urine before certain receptors are triggered, forcing you to get up and urinate. And there are people that have to get up through the night and urinate for other reasons, because if you're a diabetic, it's going to increase urinary frequency. If you're taking diuretics, that's going to do it. If you have a prostate problem, and by the way, as a side note, if you have a prostate problem, just avoid dairy and see if your prostate problem gets a lot better, because you may have prostatitis, which is an inflammatory condition which could be triggered by dairy. But that's a separate video. And then you have a fibroid, which is a mass pressing on your bladder, or a condition called hypercalcemia could do it as well. I have a separate video on that. You can watch that. Okay, so number one, we don't want to drink before we go to bed because it's going to interfere with our sleep. Number two, dry fasting. Okay, now this is going to be my watered down version of dry fasting, and no pun intended, where you're going to do not a really long dry fast. And by the way, a dry fast basically means you're fasting without drinking any water. So the benefits of fasting are huge. But when you do dry fasting, they're enhanced even more. Of course, to a point, because you can't go too long without drinking water before you die. But what happens when you do fasting is it triggers certain types of survival mechanisms that actually then cause this adaptation and these great survival benefits that occur. And doing a dry fast also helps that. So my recommendation is to not drink past, let's say, 6 or maybe 7 o'clock at night. And that will give you a good enough time to be able to empty your bladder, let's say 1.5 hours later, and then maybe one more time before you go to bed, and then you'll get the benefits of the sleep, plus the benefits of some dry fasting, okay? Because you're doing a version of this. You're not going 24 hours. You can drink in the next day, but it is a mini version of dry fasting to a certain degree, so it will give you some benefits. And also realize that your body can actually turn some of this fat into water. So when you're burning fat, you are releasing some water as well. All right, guys, I wanted to keep this really quick. I'll see you in the next video. Before you go real quick, I have a course entitled How to Bulletproof Your Immune System. It's a free course. I want you to take it. And here's why. Here's you. Here is your environment. Everyone is focused on this over here, avoiding your environment. But what about here? What about strengthening your immune system? That's what's missing. This course will show you how to bulletproof yourself, and so you can tolerate and resist your environment much better by strengthening your own immune system. I put a link down in the description right down below. Check it out and get signed up today. Hey, before